Hello, my Food Moon friends. How you doing? Chandra Zas, making videos. And today, this video is for the moms who are working, the mama-preneurs, the moms who are feeling the mom guilt, the moms who are thinking, I don't have enough time with my kids. I don't have enough time with my little ones.
Welcome! Here is your hostess and coach, Chandra Zas, helping people make food and mood changes doable without missing out. Go ahead, high five that like button, subscribe and share while you're there.
This thought, it seems so innocent. It seems so true. I don't have enough time with my little ones, but it is such a damaging thought. So look, I have been building a business while I have been being with my little one, and I have gone through my own version of wrestling with and managing and processing my own mom guilt. Now, I want to share with you some of the most useful pieces that I came to so that you can apply this to your own life and let go of some of that guilt. I mean, what is the usefulness of guilt? What does guilt do? It like weighs us down, it makes us tired. What happens when we feel guilty is that we often treat ourselves worse and we actually don't spend time or show up with our little ones the way that we want to. So letting go of the guilt, addressing the guilt is one of the best gifts that you can give both yourself, because living in guilt is like, it's heavy and it's depleting and it's exhausting. And also letting go of the guilt and really being present with our little ones is like the best. It's like a win-win all the way around. So when we feel guilty, like what does guilt feel like? When I think about guilt, it's like heavy. It's like in my heart. Where does guilt feel? Where do you feel guilt? Is it like, I mean, it's generally when I listen to people like process guilt, it's like some form of like heavy, like sinking, like yucky feeling. And then what happens when we feel like yucky feelings? We like want to feel better. It's like a total natural thing in our brain where we're like, I don't feel good. I want to feel good. So how can I feel good? Let me just eat some sugar. Let me just go have a Starbucks coffee. Let me go towards something that doesn't really serve us, but like helps us solve the guilt. Does it really help us solve the guilt? Not really.
Hello, my friend. How are you? I'm in the Dead Sea, floating in the water. Go ahead and like and share and follow so we can keep in touch.
So here's what helps us solve the guilt. There's no usefulness in guilt. Now, when we feel guilty, when we're thinking, I don't have enough time, I should be spending more time with my little one, they're growing up so fast, I'm never going to get this time back. There's this whole story and dialogue. So what I love to do is to really sit down and talk with my higher self or my clients. I like to call it bigger self, higher self, whatever you want to call it. And I like to ask them, how much time do you want to spend with your little one? How much time are you spending with your little one? Are you spending 1 hour a day? Are you spending 40 hours a week? Like, how much time are you really spending? There's this cool concept of math versus drama. That when we have this thought, I'm not spending enough time, it's just a thought. There's no math involved. It's just drama. It's like, I'm not spending enough time. And this thought makes us feel really guilty and like scarcity, like we don't have enough. So when we kind of step back and we like talk with the CEO or we talk with our bigger self and we say, okay, how much time am I actually spending with my little one or my kid? So I like actually doing the math. Okay, I spend 4 hours all of the weekdays and 12 hours on the weekends. Let's just, this is more or less, is this more or less what I do? I 2 till 6, actually I spend more time. I spend about 7 waking hours with my little one. It's a lot. I have managed my time. For me, spending time with my little one is a big priority. Now, I also want to bring in here, so let me finish that first train of thought. So spend about 7 hours. I would say maybe 4 to 7 hours on weekdays, and then weekends are tricky right now. We're with her grandma, so her grandma's getting a lot of her weekend time. So I would say maybe I'm actually spending less time than normal. I'm not doing full weekend days with her. My bulk of my quality time with my little one right now is actually on the weekdays. after she gets out of school, and oftentimes before I go to work in the evening. So actually doing the math, let's see if I can do the math. Really, math is not my strong suit, but let's see if I can do something like, let's say an average of 4 hours on weekdays, and then let's say probably at least 10 hours on the weekend. So 4 times 5 is 20, so 30 hours. I'm spending about, I didn't do the technical math, but let's say I'm spending about 30 hours of quality time with my little one. Now, if I were to just like, without doing the math, I mean, I did the math beforehand. I have planned my schedule and I've intentionally decided how much time I want to spend with her. You know, we all haven't, well, is it fair to say we all have the option to work? There's always options. When we corner ourselves into thinking that we don't have an option, we feel really trapped. If we can walk ourselves out of the corner and say like, hey, what are my options? I could find a way to spend as much time with my little one. So I went down this road. I was like, hey, well, I don't have to work. What do I want to like? But I really came to the place where I really want to work. I really love working. I love creating. I love connecting. I love my work full-heartedly. I really feel like I found my calling. I love my work. And I love my little one. It's like she's one of the most important things to me in my life. So managing this, there is a part of me, there is a voice in my head, like all of our heads, that says like, oh, I'm not spending enough time with her. Oh, she's only going to be this little for so long. But what I did was I took actually one of my teachers, Brooke Castillo, she's amazing, and I listened to a lot of what she had to say and what her process was about being a mom and deciding ahead of time, how much time do I want to spend with my little one? And really realizing that we can do what we want. So when we're feeling guilty, it doesn't really serve our little one, it doesn't serve our time, it doesn't serve ourself. So here's the kind of path, the loose path to working on your guilt. First, realize that it doesn't serve you. What happens when you feel guilty? No, there's nothing good. We're not spending any more time with our little ones when we're feeling guilty. So let's manage the guilt. Let's question it. Let's loosen it. And then let's really talk with, what do we really want? How much time do I really want to spend? And to intentionally spend that time. And then to manage our brain around the rest. When the thoughts come up and when we start thinking, oh, I'm not spending enough time, or they're going to only be young for so long, to really catch those thoughts and really question, are they useful? Is this serving me? Is this train of thought, are these thoughts that my brain is offering me, are these useful to me? And I really love this concept of having my own back. Like, I have spent time deciding how much time I want to spend with my little one. So when my brain has these little thoughts come up, I just have my own back and I'm like, I decided this. I'm sticking to my decision. I'm not going to rethink this and create this unnecessary suffering in myself by piling on this guilt. I've decided how much time I want to spend with her. I love the time that I spend with her. I know that I have enough time with her. I have as much time as I want with her. That is the way to really look at, loosen, and manage the mom guilt. So I want to offer you my story. I want to offer you my internal reality. I want to offer you that it's possible to work, to do what you love. And it's also possible to be the mom and be with them when you want to and how much you want to. And I really want to offer you to catch and notice these thoughts that I don't have enough time. They're growing up so fast. I'm never going to get these years back. I want to spend as much time as possible. I'm not a good enough mom. I should be there more. There's so many of those like seemingly innocent thoughts that just don't serve us. When we're empowered to know that we have the choices that we have, to be there when we want to be there and to not be there when we don't want to be there, that's all a possibility, and it's very, very freeing. And that guilt, it's just weighing us down. So notice that guilt. What does guilt feel like in your body, and what are the thoughts in your brain that are creating your guilt? It's really possible and useful to let it go. All right, moms, if you're wanting some help, you know how to get a hold of me. Message me. I would love to help you with your mom guilt, with your time management, with your parenting stuff, with your food and mood and showing up and rocking the life that you want. Yes, it's all possible. It is. It really is. All right, I'll see you next time. Thank you very much.